this is David Stark from WatcherPass.com, your website for movie reviews, interviews, and recommendations. Today I'm in the holiday spirit because I'm going to talk to David L. Rowell, who plays Wesley in the all-new Christmas-themed film Christmas in Carolina. We're going to talk to David in just a second, but first let's check out that trailer. And while you're watching, if you could like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, that'd be fantastic. It helps me out a lot. Thank you. Well, awesome. Thanks so much for joining me. It sounds like you had a busy day, so thank you so much for carving out some time.
Oh, anytime, brother. It's been a day for sure.
Yeah, and so this is David L. Rowell. He plays Wesley in Christmas in Carolina. It's
Yes,
being
yes,
released. Let's see, it's being released on Sunday, November
yes.
1st.
November 1st.
Yep, it's big week, big weekend for you.
Yeah, it's been man. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be incredible. We're all excited about this film coming out. I've got goosebumps about it.
Yeah, I can imagine. So this is your first big film, right? I mean, you're in Complicated, but this is your first
Yes,
film. So
this is my first major big film, especially as a leading man. It is my first one. That has been with all the public. Everybody's wanting to know. There's no way. This is his first time. Yes, but it took a lot to get to this point to be a leading man, and Irvin Williams and Peggy Williams, who are the parents of Kellie S. Williams, took me under their Kellie S. Williams, who plays Laura Winslow, took me under their wings and just gave me a master class. They took their time and they really worked with me. And the lovely Joslyn as well, who's my co-star, and she is phenomenal.
that is awesome. I mean, it really sounds like this is kind of a perfect role for you. You play someone who's an athlete who decides to try something else for their career, and you know it's based in South Carolina, which is where I think you're from. So it kind of was the perfect
Yes,
fit for you. So
Dave, you are off the hook, man. What you doing your research over there?
you got
I
to know a
am from
little bit,
South
right? I don't
Carolina.
want to come in blind.
I'm from South Carolina, and I am a former athlete, basketball player. So that demeanor and that swagger and just the look and the feel, that's why it was so transparent on screen. It was easier to bleed over because that was from my true nature at heart.
Yeah, I could tell there was one scene where you played basketball with Joslyn. You had a little stutter step. I was like, okay, that looks
What do
like
you,
he knows what he's doing.
David? Do you ball? What do you know about a stutter step? That is,
My only claim is if I'm on a court, I'm usually the tallest person there, so I get picked, and then I'm not strong enough for the paint, so then everyone gets disappointed.
dude. Yeah, yeah. I did give her a little stutter step. She couldn't handle that. I mean, it was quick too. I had to slow it down because I almost lost her.
Yeah, you could tell there
How
was
tall
a
are you, by the way?
this is just under 6'2".
Oh wow, nice. Yeah, you got good height. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I run the problem of being picked early and then not contributing much. So but I guess I
Listen,
get.
you got anytime you need a ringer, you call your boy David L. Rao. Call
That,
me,
that sounds
and we'll
good. That
make it
sounds
work,
good.
brother.
So it sounds like, I guess, how did you find out about this film? You're kind of perfect for the role, but how did it kind of come across your desk or come to you?
So I had started after I divorced basketball, if you will. When basketball came to an end, it gave opportunity for so many more things to fluctuate into my life and to come in. So I started taking up classes. I started watching tutorials, reading books, and I started really just working on things. Even small skits, and it's insane. And I do believe in manifestation and focus and power. I had just did a skit where everybody in Family Matters is always doing they turn around and they smile at you, and then everybody just opening the door and he smiles at you, and
Yeah.
then Steve's banging on the door and then he looks up and he smiles at the camera. So I reenacted that, and I kid you not, 2 months later I got a call saying, "Hey, we think there's a role that's perfect for you." Had no idea that it was a leading man. Had no idea that it was going to be a front runner position for the actual film, but I was ecstatic because I'm a guy who loves to tackle opportunities and create more avenues from those opportunities. So when that call and the email came through saying, "Hey, from the writer Stacie Davis, I think you'd be perfect for this role. If you could, I'll send over some sides so you can audition." I sent them over. She loved them. She enjoyed them. And then Kelly Williams, Laura Winslow signs on. So then, of course, you have to re-audition because she's Kelly S. Williams. Understood. She's an icon. She's phenomenal. We all love her. But you want to make sure that whoever's going to be on screen with her is not only believable, but they're capable of bringing up the essence of what it is the scene is meant to have. So I was excited. So that's how that came about. So I believe I've manifested, that I brought that about by just manifesting.
Yeah, no,
And a
that's
lot of people also ask, about the first time role. I've been acting a long time. I may have just realized it a couple years ago, but I had been unconsciously preparing for this for a long time, Dave.
yeah, no, I think sometimes it's tough for athletes to transition, but there are a lot of things that are similar. You're in the spotlight, people are paying attention to you. You kind of have to sell it. If you get hurt or if you sell a move, you gotta at least make that believable, and you have to be under
Absolutely.
public pressure. So yeah, I mean it's definitely, and just being comfortable in front of the camera, I think takes a long time. Like trying to do interviews for
Right.
me. Yeah.
Dude, Dave, you're absolutely correct. Being comfortable in front of the camera is so important, because that it may not be for you if you can't get yourself comfortable in front of people watching you act in your character, or go places that are deep and go places that are different, or unexpected, or something you're not really used to. Yeah, you have to be comfortable. You're absolutely correct in that regard.
Yeah, and then also, I imagine, I don't know what your record was when you were playing, but you probably showed a lot of emotion out there on the court, which is something that you also have to do on camera and can probably be difficult for some people, that haven't had that experience. So I think, yeah, you're right. I mean, I think a lot of your experiences and just it seems like luck and fortune and whatever you want to call it just kind of prepared you for this role. So.
Right, right, right. I definitely believe so as well.
And so you talked about Kelly, and the other big kind of classic name is Darius, who was Eddie Winslow in Family Guy. What was it like working from them? I imagine they probably taught you a lot. You said that at least Kelly's parents kind of took you under their wings and kind of helped show you the ropes of acting. But what did you learn from them? What was it like working with them?
So, man, Darius McCrary was, first of all, he's such a big personality, and when he comes in the room, dude, he fills that room. He's one of those guys. I mean, as he's famous for saying, he'll party with you in a phone booth, and he is that guy, man. Meeting Darius and taking just gems, and I'm very observant. And I ask a lot of questions, and I'm always watching. Darius preserves his energy, even being big, and when he's using that energy, he's using it to build to bring energy back to himself and to bring it for the scene. He was doing so many things on set, man, and when they called action, dude, you could just see the 30 years of expertise just flood out. I mean, he was so amazing. He was encouraging. He was so giving, and a lot of things that he did for me, he didn't have to do, but I appreciate him for doing every bit of it that he did. And yes, Kelly's mom, Kelly's bonus mom, Peggy Williams, who was the director of the film, she was incredible as well. Just as far as just believing in us to portray these characters and carry out what the mission was to be credible, believable, and bring holiday cheer for all of you guys who are going to be watching on November 1st, premiering for Christmas in Carolina. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to forget, because you can't forget the unforgettable Swervin' Irvin Williams, who's Kelly's dad as well, who was an executive producer. He was incredible. I mean, he was harder on me than probably anybody else, but he was hard because he knew that I had to come with it, because Joslyn Hall, as I said earlier, is phenomenal. She's a beast, and if you don't come with it, she's going to eat you alive in every scene. And he made sure that he was tough on me, and that I didn't cut any corners, and that I was going to be prepared for my moment when it came. And I appreciate him for doing so.
Awesome. It kind of sounds like he's, your new acting coach, right? Like he's tough on you,
They
making sure you're prepared.
and so was and he as they have, and so has Sean Harrison. Sean Harrison, who plays Waldo in Family Matters, he's an incredible acting coach, and he also co-directed the film. He is incredible. There's not enough good things I could say about Sean that doesn't uplift everything about being an actor. He's a very serious actor. He's a consummate workaholic, and he's just, man, those guys really, they're really people that really warm your heart, and they make things so much better when they're around. So I appreciate all of them for just putting a hand on my career and putting a hand on my development.
That's awesome. No, it sounds like it really was, a family endeavor. It sounds like, either biological family or acting family, everyone kind of came
Right.
together
They've become
to make
both.
this film.
We've all solidified into one big family, and it's been incredible.
So was there anything, this film is about, kind of a family that comes together for the holidays. Was there anything that you all did? I mean, it sounds like some people knew each other and you had some stuff at the start. Was there anything you all did to kind of get that, family vibe, get comfortable with each other, establish that rapport?
We did that for 6 months. We got the script around June, July, and from that time on, we got together once a month for one big table read to just to help the chemistry amongst each other and to become more comfortable, not only in front of the camera but in front of each other, and knowing what each other was going to bring and learning how to trust each other. So we bonded for 6 months, and that totally helped with the chemistry. Although Joslyn Whitehall and myself, the lovely Joslyn Whitehall, she was incredible the entire way through, but instantaneously our chemistry was already there was something very obvious about it. And so it was like it's like lightning in a bottle with her. It was just instantaneous. But we spent 6 months of prepping and spending quality time together, and that really bled through. As you can see on screen, we were all together. That was real. That chemistry was real. The mom, the son, from Kellie playing, Charlotte Saxon to Wesley Saxon to Ryan Saxon, Terrence Shingler, Jesse Nicolette, who plays Blythe. We're all close in real life. We're a real big family, and it's thanks to that 6 months of just bonding. We're now solidified for life.
Yeah, I mean, it's so important for a film like this to have that kind of relationship and kind of rapport on screen. So that's awesome that, you took the time to do that and get comfortable as a family.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
one of the things I really liked about this film is, you've got essentially an all black cast in, a Christmas movie with just like really good role models. I thought you had, like successful black professionals as the main characters coming back home to this good family environment. And it just felt like a very wholesome experience. Was that something that drew you in as well? Did you kind of was that something that appealed to you to kind of make a Christmas movie that had this, these wholesome values?
Well, I did not know. So I didn't know initially. I didn't think about that it was all black. I was just so excited about a holiday movie and what people were going to feel from it, and what how Christmas makes me feel. Looking back on your question and reflecting on your question, yeah, it's beautiful that it's mostly an all black cast, showing that what we can do, and to elude it and be transparent and shine on. It was an awesome experience. One I wouldn't change for the world, and there's many more to come.
Yeah, no, definitely. It seems like a really kind of great setup, and I'd be curious. Not going to say what happens in the movie, but I'd be curious to see what happens next Christmas, or
Right. Look, look. We are so excited to see what happens next with everybody. With especially the thornful Eleanor Moore, because we all, even from the trailer, you can tell she's a bit spicy, So I'm so excited to see what happens next. Maybe me and you'll get together after the Zoom call and we'll talk about it via as we play one-on-one,
I mean, you'll destroy me, but I'm happy to try.
You got me on height. I'm around 5'11", so you got me on height.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really block it if you're shooting threes, and I'm, underneath the basket.
Oh,
so.
I am gonna shoot that thing. You hear me, Dave? I'm gonna shoot it. Believe that.
So what was? It sounds like this was just a good overall experience. Was there any like really fun, memorable experience that stuck out during the filming?
Doing filming. Well, we again. We did this in 6 days. So.
Oh, I didn't Wow, I didn't realize it was
Six
that
days.
quick. Oof.
Right. So 6 days to film anything is insane, and 6 days to bring something of quality and to do it justice. The amount of focus and commitment that has to be given. And one of my mentors, Irvin Williams, always says if 99% were good enough, then everyone else will be along doing this as well. So that 1% is so important. But the takeaways was that in 6 days, to do this in 6 days, to learn how to preserve your energy and use it wisely, because sometimes you're just waiting on your scene to come along, and you have to still find a way to gear on, turn yourself on, and to still perform and execute to the highest to your highest ability. So I would say the best takeaways was just having fun while doing this in 6 days and just enjoying the process. I mean, how many people really get a chance to really experience being on a movie set? And I'm honored to be a leading man, but I'm more honored to have met the people along the journey and be able to soak up all of that knowledge and all of those gems that, classes may not necessarily be able to teach you. And I was able to touch these people. I was able to actually ask questions and get immediate feedback. I was able to be, I love being able to be critiqued. I don't mind constructive criticism because I want to be molded and crafted in the right direction. And I want to be the best me that I can possibly be. So that all of that was a part of that process. And I have absolutely, insanely, incredibly adored every moment of it. So it's just been a pleasure.
And it's fantastic for you to get this, kind of close-knit crew, because I mean the cast was, it was a good sized cast, but it wasn't overwhelming. So you have this kind of close-knit family essentially to draw on as you progress in your career, which I have no doubt you're gonna go on to do great acting things. Your character was so smooth in this movie, and I think a lot of that was, you projecting onto the screen. So
Dave, don't do this to me today, Dave. Did you say that Wesley Saxon was smooth?
Mm-hmm. No, he was real smooth.
Man, Dave, guys, you heard it here first, man. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. But let me ask you a question, Dave. What was your favorite moment in the scene, in the movie? Tell me that.
All right, let's see.
No spoilers, Dave.
Yeah, that's the tough part. So I definitely liked the one-on-one game, because that was fun to see, and I thought that was very natural. I liked the church scene too, because you got to see the family kind of going through some holiday traditions, and you got to see some surprising singing from one of the characters. Like I did not expect that to come out.
Yeah, Dave. And when they see this, I thought it was on a track. I didn't think that was him singing. Yeah,
Oh, I was about to ask that.
Like I didn't believe it. Like I'm like, is that him?
Yeah.
But it was indeed him. And yeah, he can actually blow. The boy can sing. He's incredible.
Yeah, so I appreciated that, because that put some more layers onto his character that I didn't know before.
We were all shocked, Dave. Me, you, and the entire cast. We were like, "What? You can sing?" And it's beautiful. It's not like he can sing. Like, wow.
Yeah, no, it's a Christmas classic, and he does it justice. So,
thank you. And I'm gonna relay the message to him. He'll be so excited to watch this, to hear that you're watching.
Yeah, he can see it. It'll go up. So now I'm going to move to, I call it the lightning round. It's just lightweight questions that kind of relate to your character, the movie. You can choose not to answer them if you want to, but I try to keep them very answerable, and you can keep them as short or as long as you want for the answers.
Perfect. So, lightning round, here we go.
All right. Have you ever been late to a date?
Woo! Yes, I have.
We probably all have. Have you ever been on a blind date?
No blind dates. I've never been on a blind date. Never been on the blind date.
I feel like it's so much harder now with all that information out there. It's kind of tough to literally not know anything about someone, but
right. Like you can Instagram them, Facebook them, Twitter, Google. It's everybody. There's no such thing as a blind date anymore.
So Jocelyn's character had a go-to wine during the film. What's your go-to drink? It can be either date or just when you're at home. What's your go-to?
My go-to drink. Let's try to get endorsed here, Dave. You and I. Pass the popcorn. We as a whole would like to say that our favorite drink is Coca-Cola.
So that's a very southern, Atlanta answer.
You think so?
Yeah, I
You're a
feel like
Pepsi guy?
no, I'm definitely so I don't drink soda. I gave it up a while ago, but when I was drinking soda, I was definitely a Coke person. So
Dave, I'm so sorry to interject on the lightning round. Are you wearing a Christmas sweater?
Christmas sweater with light up light up
Dave,
lights.
that is incredible. Dude, where'd you get that? Dude, can you send me one of those?
Yeah, I'll say it too. Oh, David, it muted somehow.
Sorry about that.
There we go.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I definitely want to you said the Coke. I'm sorry about that.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry
no.
about that.
Yeah, so I gave up soda a while ago. When I was drinking soda, I was definitely a Coke person. So that
Okay,
makes
so
sense.
then so then you're in the crowd. You're in the
Yeah,
group.
yeah, no, definitely. Do you turn off your phone during a date?
No, I do not turn my phone off during the date. But however, I don't turn it off because I'm a busy man. I'm running businesses myself, much like the charming Wesley Saxon. My
Hmm.
phone, I can't afford to miss a call unless maybe one of somebody from my management team is going to pick up full time and check But no, I can't afford to turn my phone off, guys. But you do
Well,
have my undivided attention.
oh yeah, no, no. This has been 1-to-1. So yeah, no, I believe you. But if you did need to take a business call, I would understand. You gotta make those moves.
Right.
So if you hadn't decided to pursue acting, what would your field have been? I mean, your character kind of he was a ball player, and then he decided to go into management. So
Man, for the longest, I've always thought basketball was going to be it for me. But my earliest memories of what was for me, it was to be a live daytime television show host.
I can see
So
that.
much like yourself, the end goal would be hosting. I'd like to have a collaboration show where it brings some Ellen DeGeneres, a little bit of Steve, and a whole lot of Oprah, because I love Oprah. And I want you to get a car, and you to get a car, and you get a car. I want all of those elements, and for that moment in time with your boy, David L. Rowell, also known as DJ Rowell to some, affectionately known. I want all of those people during that time to just have that moment with me, this experience where they don't have to worry about their bills, they don't have to worry about relationships, they don't have to worry about where they're, what time to pick their kids up. I want them to have a total experience with me that's fun, engaging, and entertaining, and one that you can just
Live in.
woosah, just
Yeah.
exhale.
Which is something that I think the world needs right now. So maybe you can pursue that, get some people
Absolutely,
some
absolutely.
escape.
That's next. It's next on the list.
So you mentioned was Isaiah Williams as kind of an acting mentor?
Irvin,
Irvin
Irvin.
Williams. Irvin Williams. Did you also have like a coach mentor when you were playing ball? Like your character mentions a mentor during the film, so I wasn't sure.
So when I was playing basketball full time, yeah, I had a couple mentors. One was my uncle Chris Rao. He was a huge mentor in anything in my career that I did, whether it be basketball, decision making, development of my maturity, anything. And secondly, of course, when I got to film, Mr. Irvin Williams, who I also call Uncle Irvin, had become one of my biggest mentors. And I just was so appreciative that he took the time to just guide me and pour into me, which he didn't have to do. So it was very appreciative, and I thank him for allowing me to gain that knowledge from him to forward my career to have developed and enhanced my acting chops as well. So yeah, Uncle Irv is amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome that you're able to pick up mentors in all your fields, and especially as a relatively new actor, you have this new core of actors and mentors and essentially family to draw on. That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
What is your normal holiday tradition?
Woo, it's much like the Saxons. This is exactly like the Saxons.
Nice.
So what you saw, big Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and, over decorating everything, food, family, Uno, tons of jokes. Oh my gosh. It's just like the Saxon family. Christmas in Carolina or South Carolina is exactly what you saw. Family, love, tradition, joy, good food, wholesome laughs, and just all of that good stuff. Dressing up like the elf from Will Ferrell from Elf, or whomever you want to be. I just, that's what Christmas is like in Carolina, like all day long. That they nailed it. Stacie Davis nailed it on Christmas in Carolina as far as how we prep for Christmas. That's it.
That's awesome. Have you ever let a date win in a game that you were playing against them?
Never. Never.
That's good. That's respect.
I'm a competitor. Never.
Yeah, that's respectful. You don't want to let them win.
Never.
That makes sense.
Never.
There was one scene that horrified me, and I have to ask: do you burn your marshmallows when you're cooking them?
Oh. What else would you got? You got to have a bit of some crisp, Dave. Yeah, I burn them. Yeah.
You toast them a little higher to get a nice light caramel color.
Maybe mine was a little. Maybe I held it in there just a second or two, maybe three longer than usual. But man, did it burn too? Like it was hot. I bit into that thing,
and you're all trying to
and I'm trying to, time is money, so I'm trying to hold it in that it's burning. But yeah, I actually do toast my marshmallows that way.
Okay. I mean, it made for a good scene, right? Like the fire dancing off of it is a good scene. So.
Yeah, I thought that was dope. I thought that was awesome.
And okay, so during the filming, did someone, please tell me that someone did this? Did someone make some mistake and then like turn to Kellie and say, did I do that? Please tell me someone did.
Wow. Did I do that? Yo, the Erico? No one did that. It's crazy that no one did that. But Kellie was just she's so down to earth. Like, when we first met her, we were like, oh my God, you're Laura. Not me, but as a whole, they were like, we're so honored. We're so honored. We love you. Kellie's like, girl, bye. Boy, bye. She's cool. She's so laid back. But no one made any Steve Urkel references.
I guess,
but she does speak. She speaks extremely high of Jaleel.
I mean, I'd love to see him do something else. I feel like he had a couple roles and then just maybe didn't have to. Maybe he felt like he'd done what he needed to do. But
well, let's hope. Jaleel, if you're listening, we would love to. We can't. We're open. We would love to get with you, Jaleel. Let's put it in the atmosphere.
I'm waiting for New Year's in Carolina and bring him in, and then someone can make a did I do that reference, and it'll be perfect.
Right. We got to bring in a son that says that all the time, right?
Yep. There you go. So the movie's out on Sunday, November 1st, on Roku, and then also digital rental and purchase. Movie's out. What's next for you? Have you got anything else lined up for acting? You're just gonna take it easy for a little bit, because this sounds like a whirlwind of a filming.
Well, not only is this going to be a whirlwind and so much momentum in Christmas in Carolina, but also I run the DJ Rowell Foundation, who's partnered with 3 children's hospitals who are going to deliver 150 bags to kids, inpatients who can't go home for Christmas. So that's what's very next for me as far as working. That's a big part of my life, the DJ Rowell Foundation. And you'll notice if you go back and watch that Kellie and Darius are both wearing purple hearts on their shirts. That is the logo for the DJ Rowell Foundation. Oh, nice. So that's what's awesome. Next for me. I've already completed 2 films though. You can check them out on my IMDb. I'm gonna keep the focus on Christmas in Carolina, but yes, there's a lot to come for filming. I've caught the bug, Dave. I have the bug.
That's
Acting
fantastic.
is going nowhere. I'm all in. I'm tuned in, and I can't wait for the next project. But I've already filmed a series entitled "Complicated" that you guys can check out in the upcoming 2021. So
That's awesome.
it's
Yeah.
a
Can't wait to check it out. That I'm sure it'll be fantastic. And thank you so much for your time. Thanks for joining me.
Dave, one-on-one soon. Thank you so much for having me, dude. You've been incredible. I
Awesome.
love what you're doing here, man.
Thank you so much. It's definitely a fun hobby, and it's always fun to talk to people about film. So thank you so much for your time.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Awesome.
Until next time, because there will be a next time.
No, definitely. Once things open up, I'm coming down there for some ball.
Thanks, Dave. I'll
All
see
right.
you, buddy.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. That was David L. Rowell, who plays Wesley in the all-new holiday family film Christmas in Carolina. It's available digitally on November 1st, so you can check it out now or wait until the holidays if you wanted to watch it. If you like this interview, please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It helps me out a lot and makes sure all my new videos go straight to you. And as always, please go to watchyourpast.com for all your movie news, reviews, interviews, and recommendations. Happy holidays!